just went out to Grandchester the other day to check out the track conditions and tested the Jeep after I'd had the heads replaced. I just made a little bit of a video. I'm kind of practicing with editing and trying to learn how it all works. Just watch the video to check out the tracks. It's really nothing else other than me playing around, mate. Sort of enter from the Grandchester end over there on the right hand side, and generally we air down just at the front. We'll like air down in this little area here. There's a couple of little lines up in there that are good for starting out or making sure you're all good. We generally come up through here, come up over a little rise here and up over a little lip straight into here. You can come left and right up a couple of verticals. Here's generally a couple of holes full of water if you're a bog hole fan, but they've been full of sticks and steel and tyres and whatnot. Lately it's been a bit scary to go into any of them actually. But we go sort of up through that little vertical through the trees. That's my favourite first little obstacle in there. Sort of drive up, come out in between these trees. We'll go up the left here. There's a pretty decent sort of bog hole there. It's pretty deep. We've avoided it for a long time because you don't know what's in there, and we know it's like super deep, so we don't want to be drowning our cars, do we, Jason? Again, we'll go up a line here and we'll travel up in between these trees. There's a bit of a double step up in here, which is in this video. You see Scott following me up through that. There's a tree there. You got to watch out for your rear right light pretty much, and you just sort of keep traveling up in here. There's a few different lines. Again, there's a few more fun bits here. You know, washed out bad, sort of learner to intermediate on the side, and some pretty gnarly stuff on the right hand side. Well, for me anyway, I'm learner to intermediate on four-wheel drive skills go. I'm still learning obviously, and you know, this maintained sort of track here is for the property owners down here, so we try to avoid that, so we don't want to be upsetting everybody that lives there. You know, be mindful of your neighbours, respect the bush and all that. So after you've aired down, you sort of come up here and play in these little verts over here. So a couple of different lines. Up the left-hand side is what we used to call the like the maintenance line, but that's all really washed out really bad now. Unfortunately, I guess it's just the weather takes its toll. It's all washed out. It's not from vehicles or anything. Sort of this main line, it just goes up steep. It's all pretty slow going. There's a few little ruts. It's just bumpy, really washed out dirt. On the right hand side in the video, you'll see me sort of on the lean and whatnot up in there. There's sort of three little main ways to come up over this lip into the top of the play area, as I sort of call it. That's Range Crescent entry up there, and yeah, there's multiple lines down this sort of play hillside. Never mind that one, but you sort of come down here. There's a few down in there. Oh my goodness. There's three different lines in there and a couple of ways to come around like down the back here. I do like to go down through between these trees. There's a little vertical and a bit of a rock garden down into here. And there's another couple of little bog holes and stuff that goes down to the fence where the Laidley end is. I think that's what used to be known as Bigfoot in the area, but when we've gone down there, there's been you know, bits of star pickets and stuff in there. It might be a part of the private land over there, so I guess they don't like their private property being tore up. which is fair enough, because you know, we do get a few dickheads out and about. There's a few fun little lines up through here. You might not be able to see on that map, but yeah, I've tackled them a few times. Best to take the front sway bar out to get that little bit of extra flex on those, though. It can be a little daunting. We've had to winch a couple of vehicles that have been on some really bad angles out there just to prevent them from an almost tippy over sort of situation, but you know, it's never the best, is it? On the left here, as you're sort of heading back up the top of the play hill, it's really washed out, as you can see. Some of those rocks you can see exposed. It's gone from being like really like sand to that sandstone underneath really being milled. We've had a couple of decent washes in the last year out there, and it's pretty much every time you go out there it changes, and you don't really want to be out on those tracks when it's been raining or it's still wet, because it's that clay is crazy slippery. It goes from you know, a fun little jaunt out the bush to a little bit of a holy shit pretty damn quick. I've got some older videos on my channel from being out. We go out to Grandchester quite often. Different animal in the wet altogether.
I said, I just put the key for the car.
Go on the left hand side to avoid the gully.
Yeah, that's a fucking big step there, eh?
Need me to back up?
Right hand line going back up to the top of the play hill there, I usually take out my sway bars, but this, well, I did just originally intend to go out and you know, make sure I wasn't overheating, you know, driving from Logan out to Laidley, you know, low range, high range, putting it under a little stress, a little bit of load, just to make sure there was no oil leaks or water leaks or coolant getting out where it shouldn't be. But anyway, yeah, I had to go up this right hand line. I usually take out the sway bars, as I just said, and that makes it a lot easier, a little less fall out driver's door. But you know, it's always fun to test yourself and test your vehicle. I've really been enjoying the Jeep. I've only owned it for a year and a half, and it's a big change from the RC Colorado, more I guess touring based vehicle. But the RC, I really miss it for the towing and just the toughness. But the Jeep's a very capable vehicle. I'm really loving it.
Oh, fuck. Did not enjoy, did not enjoy, did not enjoy.